Got a game between myself and Book of Kaiju. Did play this on stream, but it ended up being a good enough game that I thought I'd cast it. This isn't an optimal Skaven build, but it's not terrible either. Frontline of Skaven slaves backed up by Plague Monks. Plague Monks are good at tearing through Peasant Long Spears, and generally versus Skaven, Grand Cathay won't take Jade Warriors because they're too armored versus like Globes and Giselles. So Skaven slaves can hold Peasant Long Spears fine. Plague Monks can actually kill them. Other than that, we have Wolf Rats chase down any ranged units I route, or to support Rat Ogres, 4 Night Runners, 4 Rat Ogres, and then we have the Wheels of Doom, Doomwheel, ROR, Deathmaster Snikch, and a Plague Priest with both summons just for some fun. The other side for Grand Cathay, I don't know how serious or tryhard this build is, but it looks like a lot of the stuff I usually fight. From Kaiju, we have 4 Peasant Horsemen, some Onyx Crowmen, some Jade Lancers, 2 Jet Lions, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, and a front line of Peasant Long Spears. Monstrous or Cavalry Rush have been pretty common from Cathay for a while now versus Skaven, especially if you use Celestial Lions. I'll turn that down a little bit. I wonder if you were getting any echo from that. Deathmaster Snikch gonna move out. We have some missile mirrors down on my Night Runners, which is a little bit of a nuisance for them. Rat Ogre's trying to hold that flank down while Night Runners kite away as best they can. Over here, the Doomwheel has joined with Night Runners. Doomwheel will do very well against Peasant Horsemen. Its laser shot at point blank range can actually do some decent damage, and its terror potential is quite nice. Over here we have Clan Rats summoned in to box in Jade Lancers against my Rat Ogres. So Rat Ogres just fight in every direction. They'll feel fine with that. This is a normal Plague Monk, not a summon. So the Plague Monk is also tearing through everything. Dogs and Rat Ogres teaming up on the Onyx Crowman to try and get rid of that demonic flying unit, though my dog's leadership is failing even at full HP. Fighting those guys, they're still going to think about routing. Left flank is falling apart. Just too many big scary monsters over there and a lot of cavalry while my Night Runners retreat and try and skirmish their way out of it. Doomwheel's almost done dealing with these Jade Lancers and Peasant Horsemen. Peasant Horsemen took a lot of damage, but they did prevail in the end, and Zhao Ming is on the ground. Balance power is slightly in the Skaven's favor because they did win the front line overall. Peasant Long Spears have taken a lot of damage. Only in places where cavalry were there to support them did the Peasant Long Spears do well. No Flensing Ruin for the Skavens. They can't punish all 3 of these single entities very easily. But didn't feel like taking Ick Claws. We tried something a little different. Another Missile Mirror down on the Night Runners. Can't get good shots on the Onyx Crowman without hitting themselves, but dogs run over and rear charge those Peasant Horsemen, rout them off rather quickly. And the Doomwheel gets rid of other horsemen. Deathmaster Snikch going in for a snipe attempt on the Zhao Ming. Just get some good damage out. He is a very solid duelist compared to the large Dragon Lord. 4840 versus 6750. We do have another Jet Lion coming in, and oh, Flensing Ruin would be so beautiful right there, but not what we took this game. As I have rallied some Night Runners, dogs are still trying to take out any of these Onyx Crowmen that remain. Just get those guys to crumble, get rid of them. So catching some of them on the ground with my dogs, tearing them to shreds. There goes that demonic instability crumbling. Snikch is still trying to hold out. Now, being a Cathayan ninja rat, he is actually pretty used to this matchup, apparently. He should be fine as I try and summon in more support for my Rat Ogres. Just want some more infantry so that these Peasant Long Spears that are coming can't get under my Rat Ogres' feet and stab them a bunch, but my Plague Priest got knocked over, so he didn't get that summon off just yet. He'll try again in a second. Elsewhere, the Skaven are rallying some stuff. Plague Monks and Skaven Slaves coming back to the fight. Night Runners and dogs teaming up to kill off Peasant Horsemen and what have you. Plague Priest knocked around again, still not able to get that summon out, and that is costing the Rat Ogres a lot of HP. Again, he tries for, I believe, the 3rd time. And there's a Plague Monk summons. The Plague Monks will actually chew through the Peasant Long Spears in melee, kill them off, and actually get rid of them permanently, though it looks like Snikch is still having a tough time. The Doomwheel's running away from Zhao Ming, who is flying sideways after it, so he's having a hard time catching the Doomwheel. All is well in the world. Another Missile Mirror onto my Night Runners, really annoying me with that. And this is a Jade Lancer, so Dog's going to have less of an effect. They do need my Doomwheel's support. Jade Lancers do a lot of damage to the Wolf Rats. Looks like it's going to rout them before the Doomwheels can even get here. But it is trying. There we go. Got here a little bit, did some damage. Now its little lightning gun will do a lot, as Rat Ogres also pile in. And again, we just have to get low enough for a terror up. Elsewhere, what's going on with this fight? Plague Monks real and Plague Monks summoned, fighting alongside Deathmaster Snikch and the Plague Priest versus Peasant Long Spears and Peasant Horsemen. Snikch is in between 2 lions. They did recently get some damage buffs, and it looks like they're getting decent damage out onto him. We have Plague Monks returning to the fight after rallying. And Snikch does have scaling damage against single entities, so he does do more damage as they fall down. So far with 3 single entities, it has been pretty tough. One of my Plague Monks desummons, another one gets rear charged by Jade Lancers, so it looks like that's going to be routing any time now. And Snikch is losing the 2v1 against the Jet Lions. Balance power 50-50, and I'm still wishing I had Flens in Ruin. Another Clan Rat summon out. Snikch is getting bodied by the Jet Lions. He is going to rout, which is a big problem for me. Wheels of Doom still chasing around these other Jade Lancers, terror-outing some of them. Plague Monks on the way back in, get breath attacked by Zhao Ming. Balance power shifts against the Skaven for the first time, and I would agree with that. Still have a Plague Priest in there, standing in his own summons, trying to get rid of all these Peasant Long Spears. And Zhao Ming is flying over. Looks like he's trying to terror out my Plague Monks, but he probably should have chased Deathmaster Snikch, who now rallies, immediately pops Concealment Bombs, and runs away to try and fade from my opponent's memory. I netted Zhao Ming in place in case he was going to come after me. I just wanted to keep him right there while I get Snikch away and into invisibility land. Doomwheelz still rolling around. Cathay just keeps bringing back Peasant Horsemen, and I just don't know where they keep getting all these damned Peasant Horsemen, but I can't fully get rid of them all. So the Doomwheelz is working on that once again while the Plague Priest fights all alone. Tries to get another summon out. And the game is looking pretty cooked. Snikch is trying to come back in with less than 1,000 HP. Zhao Ming has 6,000. One of the lions is 3,000. The other lion has 1,400. Clan Rat Summon and the Plague Priest still doing their best. Cathay is losing some of their troops. Some of them are starting to finally shatter, so I don't have to keep routing them all the time. The Doomwheelz is out of ammunition. Snikch is in. He's going for the assassination on the lowest lion. That's the one I can do the most damage to and just get rid of some of the single entities that are out here, so he gets a big shot onto him. Oof, every time he hits him, it's like 500 damage. Now he's starting to crumble. He's a construct, not a demon, so it takes a while to crumble, but it eventually happens. Snikch got knocked to safety. So one of the lions is down. Snikch is thinking about coming back in for round 2. Looks like he's going for the other lion, who's also below half HP. So again, that scaling damage is quite nice. Snikch gets up behind it. Gets a shot on it for like 450 damage, which is not nothing. As he's slapping that Jet Lion down right now. Every time he hits it, that's 400 or so HP off. Zhao Ming's still doing his best, uses a breath attack through the Clan Rat summon. The Jet Lion is starting to crumble of its own volition. We got Plague Monks back in the distance. Snikch and Plague Priest fighting it out. Jet Lion's down to 1,000 HP. Snikch, 2 more hits and he'll get it low enough that it'll naturally crumble no matter what happens. There's one, and one more hit and it'll die no matter what. And Snikch has not missed in a while as far as I've seen. His 60 melee attack is apparently enough. The Jet Lion rallies, then starts to rout again. Snikch is still trying to get through to it. There we go. Knifed it in the back, 50 HP, and I net Zhao Ming right in front. So Snikch has just gone through and killed both Jet Lions, true assassin style, and that was 1,700 value. Clan Rat Summon chasing off some random Peasant Long Spears and keeping them away from yours. The Wheels of Doom is dueling with Zhao Ming. 35-36 for melee stats versus 24-41. And he does have his Burning Vambrace's heal. You think he'd be able to beat the Doomwheel, but it seems like he's having a hard time. Snikch is trying to get in there and do a little bit of extra damage while the Plague Priest and Plague Monks are coming back to the fight. Snikch is dealing with these Jade Lancers, who once again could terror out from the Doomwheel. There we go. So the Doomwheel providing a lot of nice terror. And Zhao Ming does use a breath attack on my Clan Rat summon, which has 5 seconds left, but there's not a lot of great targets for him to actually use his breath attack. I guess that real Plague Monkey could do it. How are we doing for summons? 1 Plague Monk left, no Clan Rats. As Snikch has Weeping Blades to Zhao Ming. We are back to 50-50 on the balance of power. Zhao Ming's about to get a big old heal, but in the meantime, Snikch will keep lowering his armor, keep getting damage out. And in come more Peasant Horsemen. Where do you people keep coming from? As Snikch is thinking about pathing away, wants to get a nice angle onto Zhao Ming, but decides to jump back in. I wonder, do I have my World of Weeping Blades up, or why did I jump into those guys right now? There we go. Big heal in from Zhao Ming, but a World of Weeping Blades gets the terror outs to start again. The Peasant Horsemen are running away, but Zhao Ming gets a massive shot on Deathmaster Snikch while we weren't looking. He's now routing, and I don't think he'll be coming back with that low of HP. Plague Priest is thinking about leaving too. Bounce power is heavily back in Cathay's favor, but Snikch made a good run of it. Did his best to put this game on his back. 2,200 HP is not nothing. Plague Priest gets terror outed, but somehow completes his Plague Monk summon. The last hope of the Skaven is this Plague Monk summon. We have about 60 seconds before it fades away, and then it's just a frickin' Doomwheel versus Zhao Ming and some extra troops. Though everything is starting to rout and shatter now. Zhao Ming's still stuck in some Plague Monks. Snikch might rally, maybe. Seems unlikely for a Skaven Lord to rally, but he might. Doomwheel and Zhao Ming are on even HP. Like, Priest is running away. Plague Monk's down to 35 seconds. A lot of good damage onto Zhao Ming. But it's kind of run out now. Like, the damage onto him isn't pouring in anymore. Breath attack down the line should get rid of the actual Plague Monk, and then the fake Plague Monk only has 20 seconds left. Zhao Ming is down to 2,700 HP as the Doomwheel gets a couple good hits in a row. Doomwheel is at 1,600 value. Zhao Ming's at 2,200. Doomwheel hits him again. He has 45 melee defense. It has 24 melee attack. You'd think he'd be able to dodge some of these. All right. He's still taking damage from the Plague Monks. Plague Monks have faded. Everything is routing besides the Doomwheel. Doomwheel hits him again. All right, let's count the attacks now. Misses. Zhao Ming manages to hit it. It's trying to hit him. It misses again. He's at 1,200 HP. It's at 3,300, though. He has done nothing. Gets hit in the back because he randomly turned around. It hits him again. He's down to 800 HP. One leadership keeping Zhao Ming in this game, and the Doomwheel is whooping the crap out of him. And he routs as the Doomwheel got a crisp 230 more value without Zhao Ming like ever hitting it once, and it just knocked him out of the game. I didn't expect him to do that poorly versus a Doomwheel in melee, but I guess Zhao Ming just sucks at dueling. For the Skaven, Snikch and the Doomwheel apparently carried pretty hard. Rat Ogres did okay, Night Runners did okay. Peasant Long Spears did fine. Peasant Horsemen were a constant nuisance I couldn't get rid of, so I guess they did well. Jade Lancers were fine. Onyx Crowmen were okay. Jet Lions were annoying as well. GG.
Subscribe, yes, yes.